Maddie Freeman, and today I'd like to talk to you about some dogs. Did you know that there are certain types of dogs who are trained to be able to smell cancer in people? And this can be cancer, this can be bone cancer, it can be skin cancer. There's a bunch of different types of cancer that a dog can smell on someone. And that just blows my mind. And there are also dogs who can sense when someone's about to have a seizure. So they go to the person and they comfort them and they let them know what's about to happen so that that person can get in a safe position, and the dog stays with that person until it's over so that they know that they're okay. As you can tell, dogs are intelligent, they are incredible, and they are loving creatures that everyone should be able to experience at some point in their life. So before I go any further, I'd like to introduce you to a special dog in my life. Come here, Bella. Bella. This is Bella. She is a, look at the camera. She is a miniature poodle, a toy poodle, and she's about 8 years old. And what Bella does in my life, she's a critical part of my life, first of all. And she comforts me when I'm sad or lonely. She helps me feel like there's someone always there for me. And I have the privilege of being able to sleep with her every night. She gets to lay in my bed, and if I wake up in the middle of the night, she's gonna be there for me no matter what, and she makes me feel not so alone. And so what I'm trying to get across today is people should have dogs. They should have them in their life so that you can feel less alone. And I'm going to explain myself a little bit more. Bella's just going to sit down here for a little bit. So I'm going to discuss why dogs are so important. And I'm going to discuss that with a few points. So dogs help little kids learn a sense of compassion and responsibility. They help kids and grown-ups be physically healthier, and they also help with emotional health. So I want to explain my first point a little bit. So a dog is something that can't help itself. It can't pour a bowl of food for itself. It can't put water in its bowl. It can't let itself out to go outside. It can't walk itself on a leash and not get hit by a car in the middle of the street. Dogs rely on humans to survive. So little kids see that, and they see this creature that can't survive on its own and that needs them there to help. So that's where the compassion kind of comes in. They see that this dog is helpless without a human. And then the responsibility comes in when they figure out that they need to be the ones to feed. They need to be the ones to put the water in the bowl. All that goes along with it. So at Oregon State University, they did a study with preschool children, and they gave them a puppy. And what they found was that the kids were more cooperative and they shared more. And so it's really cool to see how just giving kids a little bit of responsibility transposes into their life with their peers and with their families, and how it can drastically help make life go a little bit smoother. A quote from Dr. Shu Dosher says, "Having a pet improves children's role-taking skills because they have to put themselves in the pet's position and try to feel how the pet feels. And that transfers to how other kids feel." So like I was saying, it gives them this compassion that they might not otherwise see if they didn't have a dog. So starting at a very young age, dogs can help kids grow into compassionate and responsible adults. So social health is extremely important when a child is growing up, but physical health is also very important. So this might sound weird and it might sound like it's not a good thing, but I'll explain to you why it is. Dogs bring in a bunch of mild germs, and the reason that this is a good thing is because they have dander, they might have germs on their paws, they might have germs in their saliva, and they bring that into the house, and little kids and babies, they interact with those germs, and this builds babies and little kids' immune systems. It builds them up for when they go out in the real world and they're introduced to a bunch of these germs all at one time, but it prepares their body and their immune system to interact with them. A pediatrician at Kuopio University in Finland, Dr. Aija Bergroth, states that we think the exposure to pets somehow matures the immune system, so when the child meets the microbes, he might be better prepared for them. In that same study, Dr. Bergroth spoke about that babies living with a dog are 31% more likely to be healthy in their first year. So a newborn baby with a dog is 31% more likely to be healthy throughout its entire first year. And I don't know about you, but starting off the first year without getting sick is starting off on the right foot. So dogs make babies' new immune system go really strong, so that when they encounter these germs in the world, their immune systems are prepared. Now that we've discussed the benefits for kids, let's discuss some benefits for people of all ages. So dogs give lonely people something to talk to that's not going to talk back, is not going to judge them, and is going to love them no matter what. Dr. Alan Beck, director at the Center for the Human-Animal Bond at Purdue University, says many times pets give attention to a person who otherwise might not receive as much. So what I've noticed with my dog Bella is that she will see my mom, who feeds her every day, who gives her water, and who gives her basic needs. She sees my mom and she loves my mom. But then she'll see my brother, who's had a really hard day and is really sad, and she'll go sit with him and cuddle with him before even going up to my mom and wanting food from her. And it's just a very interesting phenomenon that dogs can feel emotions that humans do without even being able to talk and being able to understand fully what an emotion is. It's really cool to see that, and that's a way I've seen it in my own life. So dogs love people no matter how they look or how they live their life or anything worldly. They don't see that. They just love them because they know that this person is going to be what sustains life for their dog life. So some of you might be wondering, well, it sounds like there's a lot of good things about dogs, but there's got to be a downside. So I want to address that really quickly. The Center for Disease Control says that 88% of falls reported by pets, 88% of those are from dogs. And this is very common in the elderly population. Most of those falls are by elderly people. And it might be because they don't have very good balance, it might be because they don't have very good vision, they don't see the dog. So my advice for that is to either don't get a dog if you have vision problems, balance problems. If you think that it will be a problem, just don't get a dog. There's plenty of other ways to have companionship, and maybe get a trained dog that will not get in front of you, or get a very big dog that you're not going to trip over and you're going to see every time, and that's my advice for that. So let's review what we've gone over today. So having a dog helps kids develop compassion and responsibility in their life and helps them become compassionate and responsible adults. Dogs help babies have a stronger immune system so that when they go into the world, they are prepared for all the germs that's going to come at them. And dogs help people fight depression and anxiety and loneliness, and dogs are overall just something that everyone needs to get and everyone needs to have, because from my experience, dogs have only brought me happiness. So I encourage all of you to look at my dog Bella and see how much you need a companion like Bella in your own life, and if not for you, for your kids' lives. Sigmund Freud once said, "Dogs love their friends and bite their enemies, quite unlike people, who are incapable of pure love and always have to mix love and hate." Thank you.